Welcome. I am Sitara Fe. I'm so thrilled, so excited to be. It's just simply for our own consistency and so that we can really start to learn what the natural rhythms and cycles of the internet is being really choppy right now. So let's pray. Let's ask the angels to clear a clear line low and asking for those guardians of light to be able to purify the connection so that we can all really truly sink into this energy, sink into this resonance, be with each other fully, and allow what is meant to come through in our most highest grace, most highest intention. This last week, for watching this live, this last week has been the beginning of the third and final Mercury retrograde. So we are in the first week. We have 2 more weeks of when it is actually in retrograde. And before Mercury goes retrograde, we have the pre-shadow phase. So the pre-shadow phase is actually the precursor. This will give you the themes. It will show you what things are going to be coming up. So it's the stuff in your life that you start to notice as a pattern will bring up and show you what themes you're going to be working through during retrograde. So retrograde is a heightened time of purifying and clearing. It's crossing the T's, it's dotting the I's. It's like the portion of the year where we go back and edit. So what that means is, like, let's say the last 3 months you've had this happen and that happen, but you've been so busy that you haven't quite been able to really clarify and purify that connection, that channel of what it is that has been moving forward in your life, what it is that has been moving you in that particular direction. So what happens with retrograde is that we get the opportunity to go back and go over, like review the things that weren't quite, let's say, reconciled or finished in completion. So this is communication patterns. This is why people say, like, exes call you or whatever during retrograde period. Well, it's because it's the opportunity to review. So your exes will show up or call you if there are stones left that have been unturned. If the door is just slightly cracked open a little bit energetically or emotionally, and maybe there's like a hope that something would someday come together, or this, that, and the other. That, I think, is the most obvious way that Mercury really shows up, is to reconcile and find that closure and find the cycles of completion. Because ultimately, if we have leaky energy, if we have energy that isn't serving our highest good, and it isn't serving our highest good by allowing this shift to be present in our world, to be present in our life in a way that that we're glancing over things. So Mercury is a time to go and be thorough. Be thorough with your growth, be thorough with your activations, be thorough with the completion of cycles so that you don't bring it into the next one. So that is in part why I really wanted to theme this one around sabotage and miracles. They go hand in hand, believe it or not. It's that miracle energies is on the other side of sabotage, and sabotage is what prevents and keeps miracles from coming in. And miracles, miracle and miracle energy is like the hope that something is going to change, the hope that something is going to shift in your world in such a dramatic or drastic way that it quickly changes the parts of you that are feeling laissez-faire or disconnected from what you're creating for yourself. So these parts, these points that allow us to see where we are sabotaging, where we have limiting beliefs due by societal programming, or where we don't believe that we're worthy enough based on the way our parents treated us. And this could be the way that your parents treated you one time, or that you're designed and meant to suffer, or like when these opportunities come to you. Because here's the thing, here's the secret, is that the universe wants you to be fulfilled and happy. The evolution of humanity is by development of the egoic consciousness and bringing the egoic consciousness online to your divine birthright. It is the simple act of remembering who you are that activates and triggers your own ascension. So the miracles are already here for you. You did not come here to suffer. And some of you want to be like, yeah, I did. Otherwise, why would it look the way it looks? You did not come here to suffer. You did not come here to live in debt. You did not come here to be broke. You did not come here to only experience loss. You did not come here to be the victim. You did not come here to be the world's best martyr. You did not come here for these things. But some of us are really good at playing those roles. Let me tell you, I learned how to be a really, really, really good victim because of the circumstances that took place in my world and in my life when I was young, when I was a little girl, that they taught me that in some cases, that by being the victim, which in certain cases, I really genuinely needed deep nurturing. I really genuinely needed deep care. I really genuinely needed deep attention. I really genuinely needed a thorough companion to be able to be there with me, which I am learning that that is my job now, to go back and reconcile some of these things, these gaps that actually left such an imprint that they are still influencing my behavior today. And I'm using myself as an example, but this is true for humanity. There's certain circumstances, and these are repressed memories. These are memories that get forgotten. So when you embark on the journey of the healing path, and when you start to really choose yourself and your sovereignty and your clarity and your joy, and to receive your divine inheritance, and to know that all things are divinely supplied for you so that you can be in the resonance of true love, and that you can be in the resonance of true life, and that you can be in the resonance of true bliss, knowing that your embodiment on earth is enough. You choosing to be here is enough. I attract way showers. I attract conscious leaders. I attract people who are here and designed to be a part of the leading edge consciousness. I attract people who are ready to remember. I attract people who are ready to ascend. I attract people who know that there is a deeper meaning of life within them brewing. And some you may have already having a taste of it, and some we know that there's a meaning that is deeper. And so it's not even necessarily a search for meaning, rather it is a reconciliation of remembrance. We want to remember who we are. We want to remember where we've been. We want to remember where and why our soul has brought us here, because it will activate the true meaning and direction of how we move forward. Satakeni awa oapoku satateke awa oapo a sataniki iawa. Uputukua a sataniki atukurka patkeniko takarakapurkarakea sotakatiganikaya wa. Sotakarakodakaya tonikaya hoa satakaya hatunketeke tukurkarakurkurkurkata kurkarana meketeko poa sakatakaya wa huasa. So tatakea wa po ko takarakea wa po takarakea po takaraku po takarakaya wa akapu. Sutakaya hutukaya wa putukua satakua pua haatakea wa hua saya haataniki. Sutakaya niya wa uapua kua saya tanikia wa pu sutuku putukurkea wa ponikea wa haakapu sutakaya wa sutakani hiya aka wa pu sutakea tataketa kurkurkurkurkarakaniki sakatea wa uapukua. All right, so I'm being shown, there's a couple questions about the light codes, and it's like, what does it mean? Well, the thing about the light codes is that it's not always necessarily meant to be translated. It is meant to be felt. It is designed to go past the egoic consciousness, to be able to access that true piece of remembering. The reason that it feels so like captivating when I start speaking in the light codes, or when you hear other people speaking in it, is because there's a resonance. It's kind of a funny example, but I think we like funny examples here, right? It's like when you go out drinking with your friends, and the next morning you're all having breakfast, and they're like, do you remember when you did this? And you remember when you did that? And it was like, it was kind of fuzzy in the back of your mind. And then you're like, oh God, yeah, I do. Oh no, not that. Oh my God. And then I did that. I did what? Ha 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 ha. But you wouldn't have remembered if your friends didn't say, well, did you remember this piece? Did you remember this piece? Did you, it's kind of like jogging the memory. That's what light codes do. We jog the memory. And this is the soul memory. This is the soul memory, and it is also the ancestral lineage, but it is the soul memory. You're remembering where you came from before the moment of incarnation. You're remembering when you chose to volunteer here. You remember when you chose your parents. You remember where and why you chose to incarnate. With the stillness within, that the meaning of life and the meaning of your purpose and the meaning of your incarnation brings so much awareness that you get to experience fulfillment. True, embodied, illuminated fulfillment. True, embodied, illuminated fulfillment. In that space, there is no room for fear. In that space, there is no room for anxiety. In that space, there is no room for hardship or suffering. In that space is where you get to see yourself and experience yourself in the fullness of your divine capacity. So let's go ahead and let's start our transmission. Let's go ahead and start with a prayer. And remember, I do encourage you to have a glass of water or a journal with you, maybe even like a piece of chocolate or something to eat at the end to help ground yourself in. Bring yourself into a state of stillness and calm. And if you know the prayer, go ahead and say it with me. Otherwise, I'll go ahead and lead us in. So as we call in divine truth and love into this sacred space, we invoke the highest possible healing for each and every viewer, replayer, and myself. We ask for the courage and compassion to speak and to hear from the purest form of self-love and forgiveness to all involved. Excuse me. All right, take a couple nice big deep breaths. Starting to feel yourself really anchoring into your physical body. From your root chakra all the way down to the center of the earth. Feeling whatever is in the way that is not yours can be released, removed. Giving yourself full permission to release any and all other energies that are not yours. Any judgments that have been put on you. Any whispers about you without your presence. And just knowing this is a part of the human experience. So soften the mind. Allow that space within your heart to open up. To be clear. And go ahead and set your intention for this particular experience. What is it that you would like to get out of this for yourself? What is it that you would like to experience? What is it that you would like to let go of? Knowing, of course, that the theme of recognizing sabotage and meeting that internal desire or unconscious behavior that sabotages opportunities, and bring that into the miracle energy. In some cases, things fall apart in our lives because they're not meant to be. And in some cases, some things fall apart in our life because we have unconsciously sabotaged the experience of being able to be in full connection, of being able to be in full light, of being able to be part of the unification of a field that is ascending. And then sometimes we are rejected or released from an experience by means of our own protection. Satani iawa uapuakea, oatani kiawa uapuakua satani iawa. The difference between these experiences is really one word. It is discernment, which is 100% your responsibility. The responsibility and to focus with rigorous self-honesty, being powerfully honest with your own inner world in such a way that allows you to see yourself clearly, that allows you to see the power of your illuminated grace clearly. So go ahead and take a couple nice big deep breaths. And I'm going to go ahead and ask for the intention of these light codes that are coming through to be aligned through the divine design that is going to be absolutely perfect for you sitting here now receiving this transmission. It will adapt to your consciousness in such a way that limiting beliefs and perceptions of reality will slip through and away. Ya uapua tanikia wa uapua ka sutunia wa haakapuani ia wa haakapu. Satu uapua ka etania wa akuapu ukua tanihia wa. Oaha ania wa uapukua satatakia wa uania wa haakapu. Sotakania wa aki uapua kanikia wa haakapua. Encouraging yourself to lean into the thorough nature of completing these patterns. That we are moving things through, and yes, we are also completing patterns of self-sabotage in all forms as they show up. Oa tanikia oa puku sutukitikia wa aitatekia wa unia wa akapu suku apanikia akua tanikia wa oa paikayasa yakayasa iku apuaka tanikia wa uapua yasa tanikia wa opo kua pataniki atanikia kua puaka satatekia wa opuaka putudikia wa putukirikiriki utukurukurukurukurukurukurukurukurukanikia wa kutukirikiania yanikia tatekia tutukurukurukurukanikia wa kuapu 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 kuapakatekia wa otakirikia wa putukurukurikia kia kia kuapuaka o satatekia kuatanikia wapuaka katekia kurukurukurukurukurukirikirikirika. Looking at also the connection to behavior coming from outside of yourself that you are tolerating, that is also keeping you limited. So right now we're setting the intention of releasing cords and patterns of sabotage with those around you. This may be a trauma bond. This may be like attracts like. And right now, as you are resolving that frequency inside of your body, it will release the point of attraction. It will release the point of attention. And so this piece of that experience for you will open this entire category into a new world and into a new mind. Oapuanikia wa akawa sataniki, apuatanikia wa asiakatani iawa, ikia wa uapua saka etanikia wa uapu, atuapunikia wa akuataniki, sikaya wa ni iawa huapukua, oatani hiawa uapua sayaka, iawa ani kiawa ani kiawa ani hi iawa pua pua. Ia tatikia wa iniawa akiawa ua suku ani hawa akapua. Iawapua antini kiawa huapua satarike. Satatike, tatike, tutukurukarakara, porkarakara, koporkarakara, kurukarakari, kakatakakai, kutakakai, otakanikia wapua, kuapua, kuapua, kunikia kakatakakai, wapua, putakai, 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 putakakai, kutakakai, 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 kutakanikia wapua, kuapua, kuapua, kua. This is releasing you also from experiences of entanglements. Entanglements are when a group of people are all going through a collective up level together. And so you don't just have the matching of attraction between one to one person. You may have it between 5 people or 10 people or 15. And in some cases, like Corona or whatever is going on now, it can be heightened. So we want to allow ourselves to be sovereign in our life experience, knowing that we do not have to take on energy that is not ours. We do not have to take on lies that are not ours. We do not have to take on information that is not offering the support of our own highest goodness and greatness. We allow ourselves to be clear in our discernment. We allow ourselves to lean into the trust within. We allow ourselves to know that our own internal compass is there for a reason, that we are here and designed to use that internal compass in such a way that it allows for the room and the offerings of the divine fulfillment. Oatanikiawa, uapuaka, sutanikiawa, atanikiawa, 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 puku apanikiawa. O puaka tatake tutuke tukutukere kurukare porke tukutukere kutukere kata kare kurukuru apua. Poanikiawa ha akapu sukunikiawa ha akapuaniawa. Siawa puku aputa tekeawa puta nikiawa uapuaka satakeawa. Anikia aterke ataniki tekere kurukuru kare kurukuru. And just simply be with yourself as you're receiving and feeling the sensations of this energy moving through your body, that is allowing for the graciousness of your own higher self attunement, your own higher self awareness, allowing that openness to happen within your own heart space, that is bringing a new level of awareness and a new level of fulfillment into the center of your own heart center. And breathe. Just simply notice what you notice. What insecurities are arising. And allow yourself to lean into them, honoring them in the space of your wholeness, where you are releasing self-judgment, self-blame, and as you release this, you are allowing yourself to fold in even more fully and even more clearly into that space of openness within. To give yourself, to offer yourself the gift of freedom and ease, gentle opening, as you offer yourself the blossoming of full self-acceptance. That whatever is sticky, whatever feels that it is weighing you down, is for you to lean into. And maybe it feels right and good for you to make an agreement with yourself that as you go through this experience and as you recognize some of the patterns that are coming up, some of the densities that are coming up, that you're able and allowed to love yourself fully in all expanses of your divine potential here and now. That you are opening that space of freedom. You're opening that space of grace. You are opening that space of pure, pure, pure self-love. That self-love that honors the deepest of the dark energy that you are carrying, the most limiting of beliefs that keeps you caged in your own box. It is no one else in this world that is making choices for you other than yourself. It is a choice to recognize that you have the key to your own freedom in all circumstances. Some of us have different and more difficult challenges perceived by the external experience. And this is okay. It's simply how it is in this world. So when we allow ourselves to release the sensations or experiences of jealousy through comparison, and when we recognize that our life has been divinely designed specifically for the path of our own ascension and our own role of service to those whose lives we are meant to influence and help, so take a couple more nice big deep breaths here. Just simply be with yourself, with what is arising, and really give yourself permission to dig, 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 bring it up to the surface, because we're about to start bringing in a lot of that light energy. Once you bring this to the surface and you meet these dark corners within yourself with the power of your true potential and the power of your gifts and your own light body, that your light body activation gives you immunity in this world in a way that most people don't understand. Yet they will be drawn to you and wonder why they are drawn to you and not know. And it's because you have embodied a sense of freedom within yourself that they want, that they crave, that they have not given themselves permission to experience. And so as you dredge and as you feel, the thing is that you're feeling what is already living inside of you. So we don't need to resist this. We don't need to be afraid of it. It is a part of you and your wholeness. Your shadows, your kinks, your revenge, your desire for revenge. Maybe the times in your life where you have hurt other people intentionally or unintentionally. You've watched yourself doing it, not knowing why, but you were. These parts of you come from a deep place of wounding, where you have been hurt. And that hurt and that pain was not tended to in such a way that it was brought back to love in that moment. And oftentimes we learn to carry these guards and these dark energies and these densities to intimidate people or to keep people away or to keep them at bay. And this is all okay. It's all okay. It is part of the human experience. It is deserving of love. It is deserving of attention. You are deserving of love. You are deserving of attention in all parts of you. To punish a child for being bad also instills that parts of this child are undeserving of love. So to love fully, to love clearly, to love wholly is to be willing to sit with all aspects of yourself, including the parts that have been so rejected by you internally that they feel like foreign nature, or they feel like parts of you that have not yet been able to be loved, accepted, and appreciated. Bringing the light of your true consciousness, bringing the light of your most powerful self. Ia nikiawa puaka sutanikiawa, opua opua opua, atanikiawa pua kua kua tanikiawa ua pua kua pua kua. Iawa satanikiawa aqua puaka, iawa tanikiawa aqua pukua punikiawa aqua, iakaianiawa aqua pua kua. All the parts of you that are just deeply afraid of your own internal darkness, your own internal densities. And a lot of times, my love, these are things that you have brought on, that you have taken on from other people who have hurt you, and they are passing on the pain and hurt from people who have hurt them. So we stand clear. We stand in full love. We stand in full grace. We stand in the power of our own divine worthiness. In such a way that the transmission itself brings a higher level of internal awareness and willingness to love deeply within. Ya 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 ya, ya 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 ya, yo ya, yo ya, yo ya ya, yo ya ya ya, yo ya yo ya, yo ya yo ya, yo ya yo ya, yo ya yo ya, yo suwa, yo suwa, yo suwa, yo ya ya yo 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 ya yo yo ya ya yo ya ya yo ya 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 yo ya 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 yo ya na ya wa yo ya na ya wa ya tayania ya tayania yo satanikia wa ya yo satanika ya wa ya yo ya yo ya satatu akaya wa pu huakatanikia wa. Just simply breathe for a moment. Take a moment of silence to allow this energy to flow through. So as we lean into gratitude, thank you for helping me. Thank you for hearing me as you say these things to yourself from your inner being, from your egoic consciousness, bringing more integration. Thank you for listening to me. Thank you for giving me the attention I have been craving. Thank you for giving me the attention that I needed and that I need to get well, to be joyful, to be powerful in illumination, to be powerful in grace. To love all that is, all that has ever been. Taking a moment to collect all aspects of you, all aspects of your inner calling, through all timelines of existence, through all parallel realities, to all fragmented parts of self that can be called in this exact moment. Knowing that you don't always have to go through the photo album. And allowing those parts of you that you've believed to be burdensome or broken or mentally or emotionally abused. Allow these fragmented parts of yourself to come together in its wholeness. Acknowledging your own higher self as your healer in this moment. Your higher self recognizes and knows your deepest inner truths. There's nothing your egoic consciousness can hide from your own higher self. It is you. So as you once again give yourself permission to see all of these parts of yourself, opening to the freedom of unification in your own field. As you bring together in divine council your 3-year-old self, your 5-year-old self, the key points in your life where you felt that you had deep wounding. Sometimes I like to see all of these parts of myself sitting in my safe zone in meditation, sitting around a table or sitting in a room. getting to know these parts, and allowing your wise, mature future self, your 70-year-old version of yourself, to be in this room, to see all the energy you have reconciled, to participate fully and clearly with the heart that is you. That you are powerful, that you are perfect, that you are worthy of integration. You are worthy of completing cycles of sabotage and internal, emotional, verbal abuse. This is not your divine nature. You are worthy of laying these experiences to rest and integrating the parts of yourself that have needed the attention as you stop and pause and use the power of the energy flowing through this container right now to bring yourself into a state of that miracle energy. And just, again, feel the whispers of beliefs that you are carrying that are not serving you, whether they be in comparison, or they be in judgment, or they be in excuses. Feeling that field, feeling that frequency, hearing those things that you have told yourself. And when you hear them, because you are hearing them from a conscious place, because you are hearing them with your attention on them, and it's not a subscript that's running in the back of your thoughts, that you are consciously in the depths of your inner world, that you are consciously in the depths of your subconscious. You are consciously choosing to bring the awareness and the unconditional love of Source, of your very own Creator, the boundless, unconditional love that exists as you are a son and the daughter of the Most High, bringing that miracle energy into this container, into your safe space, into the room where all aspects of yourself, wounded and put together and also whole, allowing yourself to feel the expansiveness of the earth and the cosmos as you bring in that miracle energy. There are opportunities waiting for you. There's money. There are experiences. There are relationships. There are powerful allies. You are felt in love. You are felt in kindness. You are felt in compassion. You are felt in divine grace. You are felt in divine wisdom. You are felt in divine power. allowing the energy of your higher self to just simply gently kiss you on the forehead, signaling to all cells in your body, all cells in your memory bank, all cells in all parts of you to be acknowledged in this truth of unconditional love, to be acknowledged in this power of unconditional love, to be acknowledged in the grace of unconditional love, to be acknowledged in the wisdom of unconditional love, to be seen in the eyes of unconditional love, to be seen in the eyes of the deepest sense of your worthiness, to embody as a human being in this world. Yatakaniki o apuahaya wa apuaniki wa soya kaniki wa akataniki akapu akua taniki wa akapu akapu akua taniki wa pua saya haniwa yo apuane haya wa uapuani wa haya wa uania wa yani wa ayuania wa ayuania wa ayuwa ayawa tatake ataniki wa pua kua taniki wa pua kai wa huakani wa Niawa niawa ua pua ha niawa kua pua tutakeo tutakeo tutukutu karakara kurukuru karakara karakara karukuru kurukuru 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 karakara niawa tatake tutakara kurukuru karakara. There's a prayer coming here about releasing and opening up karmic debts, where on a karmic scale you owe somebody or somebody owes you. We're accelerating the need to go through all of the stories and bringing the lessons into a place of acceleration as well. So you may experience accelerated growth and accelerated lessons where things come to you very, very, very quickly. This is okay. The universe is not going to handle you or hand you anything that you are not capable of receiving and sorting through. So know that it will be time released. But just heads up. O tanakia wa pu akua, tarakia wa pu nakia wa pu, sotakea wa hua niawa, apo takarakea wa niawa hau puaka pua satarake, satarake rukurukurukurukurukuruka nikaya ha niawa wa puaka, yawa pua ha niawa, yawa ha niawa, yawa ha niawa, ua puaka yawa niawa, yawa ua puaka wa satanikia wa hua pua, yawa pua niawa akapua nikia tatakia wa niawa, o puaka pua puaka nikia wa puaka soka nikia wa puaka wa pua nikia wa haaka potakai 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 wa nikia wa haaka pua satatikia wa pua haniwa ia wa puku wa puku wa puku wa puku wa pua niwa ia wa pua ni hia kua pua nikia wa ia wa hania wa aikia wa niwa ai wa pua nikia wa ia wa honakai wa hua pua. Allowing yourself to be seen and witnessed by you. Again, we'll take a moment in silence for you to simply be with yourself in this space. Remember, you are your own guru. You know what is best for you. So know that I'm here holding space as you go in and explore your inner world. And breathing in wholeness, breathing in gratitude, bringing yourself into the miracle energy of opportunities coming to you, of new potential partnerships coming to you, of new relationships coming to you, new friendships. This miracle energy can also be a reconciliation where there are rifts. and feel. Allow what is moving through to be seen, to be witnessed, and to be acknowledged in the deepest bow of unconditional love. We have brought ourselves extremely deep into some very tender places within. And as you're here, you're welcome to stay here as long as you like. You can pause the video and come back. And for those of us that are here live, simply keep breathing. Stay with yourself. And simply feel. Feel the new spaciousness within, where there used to be chatter, or the spaciousness where there used to be fear, the spaciousness where there used to be blame or comparison. If there's any residual energy of that lingering around, that's okay. You can love it. You can also create a grounding cord, that line of energy from below your feet or your root chakra that flows all the way down to the center of Mama Gaia, giving yourself a nice, big, giant grounding cord. Make this one like 10 feet in diameter. And go ahead and take a moment to just simply flush your system. That grounding cord is your drain, in the way that a bathtub drain works or a sink drain works. Just lets go of what no longer serves, what's been used, what's dirty or grimy, and not in a place of judgment, just simply noticing like it's been worked through. And let go. Release, release, release. If there's resistance in releasing and letting go, I encourage you to tap. You know the tapping points, tapping above your eyebrows. Give myself full permission to release all energy in my field. Sides of the temple. I give myself permission to release all that no longer serves me. Under the eyes, I see these parts of myself that I have judged, resisted, and repressed. Under the nose, I feel my willingness to love all aspects of me. On the chin, all aspects of me are fully deserving of attention and love. Collarbone, I'm here to love myself into wholeness. I love myself into wholeness. Under the arms, where the bra strap line is, I feel myself returning into wholeness. I am worthy of being whole and integrated in myself. On top of the head, I'm just going to go ahead and speak through light language, and I encourage you to go through the tapping just once again. Bringing in unconditional love into this space. That miracle energy, focus on the opportunities and energy that's coming in, that you are welcoming, that you are making room for. Unconditional joy, divine sovereignty, soulful fulfillment, Oa tana kai te kuna kai te kere kere kora kara 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 kora kora kara 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 kora 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 kara kere kere kora 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 kana kere kere ko apo te kana kere 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 kora 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 kara kara kere to te kana kere kere keep tapping onto the collarbones ata kana kere kora 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 kara kana kia apo ko te kere kia apo ni kia wa kata kana kia wa under the arms to te kia apo na ha ta te kia wa ona kai wa uapo na kai kana kia wa kata kana kia ni apo ka top of the head. Oa kani hiawa ua puaka, ha'ani kiawa ua puakua, tani kiawa ha'aka puaniawa. We'll go through one more time, tapping on the top of the eyebrows. It is safe for me to love myself fully. Sides of the eyes, it is safe for me to see and love all parts of myself. Under the eyes, it is safe for me to embody my full potential. Under the nose, it is safe for me to release patterns of self-sabotage. I recognize they were there as protective mechanisms to keep me safe. And on the chin, and as I grow into my wholeness, I know that I am safe and protected in all ways. Tapping on the collarbone. I receive all help, resources, and opportunities as I am saying yes to all help, resources, and opportunities that come in alignment with my highest good. Under the arms, I'm ready and willing to receive, step into my highest embodiment. Crown of the head, I am worthy of true divine love. Take a nice big deep breath. Focus on that grounding cord from your root chakra all the way to the center of the planet. And feel your full system flush. Again, we'll take a few moments in silence for you to be with yourself. Give yourself the love and attention that you need, whatever parts of you. And also just simply be in a daydreaming state. If you're feeling dreamy, if you're feeling that miracle energy, if you're feeling that expansiveness of unconditional love, be in that. Be in that and open yourself to receiving as much of that frequency, as much of that energy as you can. Drink up from the well of your own higher self. Your own higher self is your healer. That it is safe for you to receive love. It is safe for you to receive abundance. It is safe for you to receive support. It is safe for you to fully accept all parts of yourself. Again, just taking a couple moments to be with yourself. I'm still here. Just simply feeling the energy of the space. Knowing that you can come back here as many times as you'd like, as many times as you are able. Feeling yourself slip into the receiving mode. Breathing in love, breathing in the openness, breathing in more of your divine power. As you accept the gift of your own free will. And as you accept the gift of your own free will, opening yourself into the magnification of the power of your internal ambition, your internal drive, and your internal hunger, that passion that drives you forward, turning on and turning on even brighter. Feel Archangel Metatron coming into this space. He's encouraging me to remind all of us that it is safe for us to receive our full power, that in the spaces and areas that we have rejected help from the angels is a mirror of where we are rejecting the help within ourselves and where we are rejecting our power and ability to receive their help. The angels are able to help us as long as we use our free will to choose to receive their help. Allowing yourself and your space to be open by means of your own discernment. As we now welcome in the energy of Hathor, an Egyptian goddess who brought through the lessons and teachings of a powerful golden age on this planet, known as the goddess of 1,000 tongues. Sharing her message through the codes of light. Yawa puaka nikiawa asaya taniawa. Oa puaniawa ayawa ayakaniawa. Iawa ua aniawa oa puaka iawa uaniawa. Iawa uaniawa a. There's a prayer here of detoxifying through parasitic energy that can be feeding off of your field in all sorts of ways. It comes in, all different kinds of ways. So we're just offering a blanket prayer here to release any and all parasitic energy where you may be pulling the energy out of somebody else because your energy is being siphoned as well. So we're going to end the agreement of any parasitic energy. Breathing in deeply as you receive and acknowledge the pure support and acknowledgement As you breathe in more light, and again, allow the detoxifying support of Hathor and Archangel Metatron, the true frequency of Hathor, the true illuminated ascended frequency of Archangel Metatron. Again, acknowledging the power of discernment for all frequencies and all fields that you are choosing to connect with. Discernment is in your hands. Allowing yourself to receive help fully by your own beings, your own guardians of light, your own soul family that is embodied, and your multidimensional soul family. They're here to help you. They are here to be your bird's eye view, your blind spot. This is where you get intuitive impulses or messages or guidance throughout the day. This is the guidance you have been praying for. This is the help you have been asking for. It's up to you, once again, to go ahead and utilize it. And feel. And feel. Hathor is asking for permission to show you a, a trick or an ability for you to heal yourself by opening the molecular structure of your physical body, opening the molecular structure of your energetic composition. To pull out bugs of systemic programming. And bring you into the resonance of your own golden age potential, your own golden timeline. Ayawaniawa opo takayawaniawa. Usoyawani ayakaniawa suuniawa. Opuaniawa ayawatanikiawa haakapu. Putakaniawa haakapu sukuaniawa. Oa haatanikiawa haakasataniawa. Opua haakaniawa. Opua kuapua kuataniawa ahaka. Yawa haakasatanikiawa upukua. Pukuaniawa akapuaniawa haakapuniawa. Sita tekiawa tonikiawa haakapu. Putakaya waniwa haakapuaniwa haakusu uniwa uapuakewa. Saya haania ketarikiwa kuapu takaya waniwa haakapu. Aniwa uapuaka. Utakanikiwa uapu tukurikirikirikurikirikirikirikirikirikirikirikirikirikirikirikirikirikirikirikirikirikirikirikirikirikirikirikirikirikirikirikirikirikirikirikirikirikirikirikirikirikirikirikirikirikirikirikirikirikirikirikirikirikirikirikirikirikirikirikirikirikirikirikirikirikirikirikirikirikirikirikirikirikirikirikirikirikirikirikirikirikirikirikirikirikirikirikirikirikirikirikirikirikirikirikirikirikirikirikirikirikirikirikirikirikirikirikirikirikirikirikirikirikirikirikirikirikirikirikirikirikirikirikirikirikirikirikirikirikirikirikirikirikirikirikirikirikirikirikirikirikirikirikirikirikirikirikirikirikirikirikirikirikirikirikirikirikirikirikirikirikirikirikirikirikirikirikirikirikirikirikirikirikirikirikirikirikirikirikirikirikirikirikirikirikirikirikirikirikirikirikir There's a prayer coming in here that is developing an immunity to trauma bond so that you will be able to see the pattern before the bond happens, so that all agreements and all relationships can be built in a steady connection of matching intention, matching integrity, and clear, pure choice of like attracts like, allowing all of these subconscious undercurrent waters that influence our reason for attraction to others in all sorts and forms and ways, but that this will open the field and open the space with greater potential and a greater awareness. Yawa akaniyawa wapua akapua suahaniwa. Breathe in deeply. and allowing what needs to flow through with a greater sense of ease. Allowing, allowing, allowing. My sweet love, we have moved through so much energy today. I'm amazed. Spirit only allows me to move through as much as what we can all handle in the container and in the space collectively together. So we're going to take our time. There's plenty of time. We're going to come out slowly. And while you're here, can you please also, if it feels right and aligned for you, send out an energetic or telepathic encouragement for our brothers and sisters of light to hear the call and find this video in whatever way, shape, or form it comes to them, so that we can continue to evoke the depth of this kind of healing in this world by supporting one another as we continue to rise. There you go, allowing yourself to just gently, gently, gently wiggle your fingers and wiggle your toes. Again, if you'd like to just simply stay in this energy, of course, you can pause. Breathing in a little bit deeper than before. Feeling that sense of gratitude to yourself for taking the time to connect in this way. Allowing yourself to resonate deeply at that miracle energy, miracle vibe. Honoring the power of resonant truth to open the calling within your heart, to breathe again deeply. Gentle ease. Sanikiawa uapua. Go ahead and take a couple sips of water. If you have a little snack, take a snack, or even journal before you do so. Journal as this is fresh in your mind. Journal as it is fresh in your heart. Take a moment to really reflect on the depth that we just went. This is powerful medicine. Move slowly. It is powerful medicine to be able to adventure into the depths of your subconscious mind with as much gentle grace and loving compassion as we just did. This is no small feat. Your willingness to self-reflect, your willingness to go in to your internal world, your willingness to see these patterns within yourself clearly and bring unconditional love is such a gift. It is such a gift. Can we imagine even if half the world was willing to see these parts of themselves and to bring absolute unconditional love to these parts of themselves? You will notice a change in your behavior. You will notice a change in your actions. You will notice a change. And you will see how deeply this transmission is not only going to influence the relationships that you have now in your life, but the future relationships and how they will operate from such a different space of self-love for all involved, to care about the emotional well-being of all people we interact with, not just the ones we like, but to operate from that deeper sense of emotional love and well-being. Is such a gift. We truly are the ones we've been waiting for. We are the ones that are going to evoke and support the evocation of the growth of unconditional love on this planet. Of course, there are many others. We are the ones that we have been waiting for. We are the change makers. You don't make it this far into this video without being one. Feeling that sensation of light moving through your body still. Feeling the presence of that alignment to your higher consciousness, your higher state of being. The power of your own true aligned will. The power of your own true aligned grace. Breathing in deeply. You are such a treasure in this world. You are such a treasure. By the act of volunteering to participate in the conscious evolution of Earth, I mean, just take a moment to acknowledge yourself for that. On some level, your soul knew what you were going into and you still said yes. To forget who you are, to forget why you came here, to be in this state. And it's because there's so much beauty here and there's so much grace and there are so many gifts and there's so much opportunity and there's so much incredible things to be able to explore and experience in the human form. Human emotion is so powerful. Our emotions are so powerful. They are our guiding light. And they have been so undervalued and so oppressed in this society that we are living in that celebrates stoic, cold strength. This society does not celebrate warmth and maternal love. It craves it, it wants it so badly. But it does not celebrate it, it does not put it on high. So when we stop and we pause and we listen to the inner parts of ourselves that are begging for our attention, and we meet ourselves with that true, unconditional, loving, nurturing love from the mother, and if your example of nurturing motherly love was not pleasant, then I invite you to call on Mother Mary. I invite you to call on the Divine Mothers to reprogram your experience of divine motherly love. Giving yourself that full permission to be felt, to be held, to be loved, and to be nurtured. To be in that clear state of presence ease. And I love that as I'm saying that, we have, it must be a ceremony day, because there are a bunch of women, the matriarchs, that offer the offerings and prayers in this culture here on Bali. It's so beautiful to see and to hear, to bringing the anchoring of these rituals here in this world. And here they go walking by again. It's so beautiful, it's such a treasure. So with that, my sweet friend, I do ask a few favors. If you could like this video, if you could share this video with the friends that you think would benefit and be interested and open to it. Some of them, it might even be a little bit out of their comfort zone. You can share another video, a smaller one, a shorter one that doesn't go so deep. Right off the bat, this would be a big video to dive into right off the bat, especially if you're new to personal growth. But if you know you have friends that are into this type of experience and this type of healing, please do share. I've started encouraging also people to join in with the Moon Club monthly contribution. It's not required. It's going to be here on YouTube, although it would deeply and greatly help for me in the process of receptivity until this channel gets to a point where it is open and sustaining itself. All contributions and all means of support are greatly appreciated. Through the experience of the pandemic, I've been growing and my business has kind of like the gates have come down and now they're starting to reopen. And so all means of support and reciprocity are greatly, greatly, greatly appreciated. So I've put the link for that in the link tree on my Instagram. It's like $22 a month or something. And when you do have the option to purchase the 7 weeks to embody your higher self for $100 off, 111 to be exact. So that is available to you there if you should choose to participate in that way. And of course, the 7 weeks to embody your higher self is available as a flagship program. That course will shift and change your life in really powerful ways by bringing you into a higher awareness of the multidimensional world that we live in. These transmissions here on YouTube are very beautiful and they're very deep. And there's something a little bit different that takes place when we are working in a concise container. And the 7 weeks to embody your higher self course was created with a really powerful group and a really powerful container. So those recordings will bring you definitely into a new level of awareness within yourself and your being. So I do encourage you to start there, because that is the prerequisite to becoming a member of the Metaphysical Club, which is our advanced level psychic development training. It is a live group class. It is ongoing. This is something that just keeps going and keeps going and keeps going every single month. I've been leading it now for 3 years. So it is a powerful transmission space, but it is also more of a group support program. So we do live calls, I do live readings, it's interactive, we get to know each other, and it's really just life support for the ascension, your ascension in this world, and how powerful we are all here to be together. A lot of the people in these programs, they are waking up and they don't have people around in their direct community to speak to or talk to about these things. And so I want you to feel supported as you continue to choose your path of ascension. It will change your life. The way that your life looks like right now, it will not look the same in a year when you choose to start committing to this work. I can 100,000% guarantee that. 100,000% guarantee it. When you start to really see the patterns within you that aren't serving you and start to make different choices for you, everything in the most powerful and beautiful ways really start to shift. So with that, my sweet and loving friend, again, please share the video, talk about it, sing my praises, if you will. All of it goes into the collective field of us rising together. And I really appreciate all that is there for you and for me and for us together. So as we go forth, may we integrate the healing and the lessons received with courage, self-love, and compassion. Our session and transmission here today is complete, fully in love. All right, my dear, be gentle with yourself. Integrate slowly, journal, draw, whatever feels that it needs to come through, let it come through. And know that I'm here to be awake with you every single step of the journey.